A few months ago, I addressed two separate videos to two supposed men of God by the name of Tony Gaskins Jr. and Stephan Speaks. Both of these men proclaim that they are children of God or men of God. They are very popular, very well known, and they appear to be anointed and gifted, and they appear to love God. However, because I follow both of these men, I saw these photographs of these men holding up these Masonic hand gestures. I was very grieved and I was very surprised because I did not want to believe it. But I had to believe what my eyes saw. The Bible is very clear. It says that we cannot serve two masters. Okay? The Bible is very clear on that. It also says that in the last days, many false prophets will arise to deceive many. It says, beloved, test every spirit to see if it is of God. For many false prophets have gone out into the world to deceive many. Okay? Period, point blank. Now, some of y'all females that follow Tony Gaskins and that follow Stephan Speaks, y'all came for me in the comment section when I posted them videos addressed to both of them a few months ago. And y'all said that I was chasing clout. But the devil is a liar. That was not the case. See, you need to mind the business that pays you, because I tried to be discreet and I tried to address them, but of course, they probably feel with a lot of pride and they busy, they entrepreneurs or whatever, and I get it. And they never reached out to me, and that's okay, that's fine. But y'all need to stop inserting yourselves in business and affairs that do not concern y'all, especially when you don't know what you're talking about. When you make an assumption, you make an ass out of yourself, not out of me. I was not chasing clout. I was simply doing my job. And my job as a prophetess and as an evangelist, my job is to call out sin and to call out hypocrisy. And so when I see hypocrisy and when I see men who are claiming to be men of God, but they are not, I am going to call it out. And I don't care who don't like it. I don't care who they are. I don't care how much money they have. I don't care about how many followers they have. I don't care about their notoriety. I don't care about any of that. It is my job as an evangelist, as a prophetess, as a watchwoman, as a biblical teacher to call out sin and to call out hypocrisy. That is my job. If you cannot stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. I cannot stand hypocrisy. My issue is I do not care about either of these men being a Freemason or being in a fraternity. I do not care about that. That is not why I'm calling them out. I'm calling them out because it is hypocritical of them to call themselves men of God and to masquerade as men of light or children of light when they are clearly in covenant with Lucifer. How do I know? I know because of their hand gestures. I know what they have to do in these fraternities and in these secret societies. They have to pledge their allegiance. They have to do rituals. They have to take oaths and make oaths to another deity that is not the God of the Bible, that is not the God that created heaven and earth. So if you proclaim to be a man of God, and you say that you're a man of God, you say that you are a child of God, you say that you love the Lord, you claim that you are a Christian, then you should know that you cannot serve two masters. They know this, but they are deceiving people because they have made an agreement and taken an oath to some other God for fame and fortune. That is what they have done. I don't care what you say. I don't care what they say. I know what I see. Beloved, test every spirit to see if it is of God, for many false prophets have gone out in the world to deceive many. So before you try to put your mouth on me, before you try to say that I'm chasing clout And before you try to tell me what God told me and what God didn't tell me to do or say, you need to mind your business. You need to pay attention like I did and be discerning and use wisdom and discretion. But y'all the ones who clout chasers, not me. Y'all the ones who sack chasing, not me. I know what I see, I know what I saw, and I know that this is not of God, and I know that you cannot serve two masters. So like I stated before, and I'll say it again, I don't care about them being Freemasons. I don't care about them being in fraternities. But when you say that you are a man of God and you are a child of God, but you holding up a son and hand gesture that is in complete opposition to what the word of God says, then I'm going to call you out for hypocrisy. So stop calling yourselves men of God if you don't want no smoke. If you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. Go somewhere and sit down and stop calling yourself a man of God. Go say that you are a motivational speaker. Go say that you are an author or a social media influencer or whatever you want to call yourself, but stop saying that you are a man of God. Because clearly from what I see, somebody is lying. The math ain't mathing. You cannot serve two masters. Period, point blank. Tony love calling people out in their sin and their foolishness and their shenanigans, but he failed to mention himself. Sir, you are a Mason, sir. You are in some type of fraternity that has nothing to do with the Most High God. And I might not be the most intelligent. I might not be the most articulate or whatever. But however, I do fear God. And the Bible clearly says that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. So I'm not going to make this video too long. But since y'all wanted to insert yourself into affairs that don't belong to y'all, that don't concern y'all, this is what I was talking about regarding these two individuals. So I don't care who you run and tell. I don't care who get mad. Y'all need to stop putting these people on pedestals, because y'all don't know these men in real life. Y'all do not know these men in real life. And if you do, good for you. But y'all don't know what they do behind closed doors. But I'll tell you one thing. I will assure you of one thing. They ain't got what they got without cutting corners and without compromise. And I know because of the hand symbols. So I'm not no fool. I might have been born at night, but I was not born last night. So y'all can miss me with it. Y'all can miss me with the BS. Stop taking up for these people when they in sin and when they in compromise. It's hypocrisy. I don't care what you say. I don't care what y'all say. Period. It is what it is. So I'm going to keep calling them out, and I'm going to continue to call out whoever I feel like it, whenever I feel like it, because what y'all going to do? Because who going to check me? Because who going to stop me? Ain't nobody going to stop me. Ain't nobody going to clock me. Ain't nobody going to punk me, target me, or make me back down from the truth, or make me feel intimidated, or make me feel stupid like I don't know what I'm talking about. I do know what I'm talking about. I'm called to do this for real. Okay, I was built for this. I was born for this. Okay, this is what true prophets do. They call out sin. This is called an open rebuke. That's what this is called. No, I'm not gonna be discreet. No, I'm not gonna be silent, because they lying and they deceiving people. They in compromise. They in sin. They are sellouts and they are gatekeepers. And I'm gonna call them out. And I don't care who get mad or who get glad. I don't care who you run and tell, because what they gonna do? They ain't gonna move nothing. You ain't gonna move nothing. You ain't gonna do nothing. So run tell that. I don't care who you tell or what you tell. Do what you want to do. But ain't nobody gonna stop me from telling the truth. Know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Shalom.